In this video, I want to have a look at substitution. So algebra can be used to write general rules and formulas, and we can substitute different values in for the variables. So we've got two examples here. The first one asks us to evaluate the square root of 2a squared plus 5b, given that a is 3 and b is 9.2. So we're going to rewrite that, so we'll have the square root of 2a squared plus 5b is going to be equal to, when we substitute in, we'd have 2 times 3 squared plus 5 times 9.2, which would be equal to, if you figure that whole thing out, 2 times 3 squared is 2 times 9, so that's 18. And 5 times 9.2, it comes out to be 46. So adding those together then, we're going to have the square root of 64, which is just equal to 8. All right, our second one asks us to evaluate a to the power of 4c divided by b cubed, given that a is 2/3, b is 5/6, and c is a half squared. So this one's going to be a little bit messier, but it's the same process. So a to the 4c over b cubed is equal to 2/3 to the power of 4 times c, which is a half squared, divided by b cubed, and b was 5/6 cubed. Okay, if you go through and put that in your calculator, being really careful that it's doing everything in the order that you want it and putting things to the right powers and all those sorts of things, you should end up with 32 over 375. Okay, we've got one more example to have a look at. So in this example, we've been given this formula, v is equal to pi r squared h, and we're asked to find h this time when v is 10 and r is 2. We're also asked to find the exact value. So that means that we don't want to end up writing it as a decimal and then rounding it off. So let's substitute in what we know. We know that v is 10, so we're going to have 10 is equal to pi times r squared was 2 squared times h. So let's simplify this side first before we keep going. So that'll be 10 is equal to 2 squared is 4, so 4 pi times h. Now we want to get h on its own. So to do that, we need to get rid of this 4 pi. Because it's 4 pi times h, we're going to divide both sides by 4 pi. So we're going to have 10 over 4 pi is equal to h. Now we want to simplify that down. So simplifying our fraction, just leave the pi there and simplify the 10 over 4. So we can divide both of those by 2. I'm just going to write this on the other side as well. But if we divide top and bottom both by 2, we'll end up with 5 over 2 pi. So those are a few examples of substitution.